Fire in the hole! Woo! Righto, so now that the body's off the hoist and on the car, I can actually get inside, and there's some stuff happening in here. Something that's been bugging me for a long time with this car, noise and heat. Now you can get all this sound deadening stuff. I thought it was a bit of a gimmick, but when I put the car builder stuff in the 80 series, I was actually blown away with how good it is. So I've decided to rip the floor up and do the same with the Patrol. So this is the stuff that we got. Obviously the main thing is the sound deadener. So it's a sticky back basic rubber, which stops the sound. That's the sound deadener. That's what gets rid of all your road noise and everything. That goes on first, so you need the floor real clean for that. And then we're gonna actually put the Mass Noise Liner light under that. It's like a foam cell underlay, and then your vinyl can go straight on top of that. So this will help get rid of a bit more noise, but it also is like a thermal insulator, and that's what will get rid of that heat coming through the firewall and through the floor with the exhaust and everything. That's an issue I had with the LS. It was that bad, basically the aircon didn't even work, so it was a pain in the butt. Then we've got an acoustic liner. Now this I'll use, it's kind of like the Mass Noise Liner, but it's for the side walls, your doors, because it's got a sticky back, so you can run it up those vertical panels. And then I've also got the entry layer, which is basically for your roof. It's a roof lining, sticky backing, put a bit of spray adhesive on there as well to whack that on. So probably won't worry about that for the Patrol for this time round. But I've actually got Mitch and Blake, possibly, a couple of the boys coming around tonight. But I'm gonna get them hooking in on this job because it's one of those tedious ones that you just gotta spend ages trimming, cutting, making things fit. So we'll get the boys to hook into that while I do a few other things. Zinger boxes for everyone. Oh yes. For the hard workers, the Zinger box. They've been slaving away on the vacuum cleaner, getting all the sand and crap out. There was so much of Morton Island, Fraser, WA, everything in there. And the next stage is this stuff. So this is like the Mass Liner light. That'll go underneath the main vinyl. It's looking good. Look at that. Look at it, even all the ridges.
And look at that.
Bloody amazing. Oh, he's matched up the logo. They're two separate pieces. You're too good, mate. All right, Smoko. Oh, let's get into it. Oh, 10 out of 10. Check it out, the boys have absolutely killed it. I blinked and it was done. So now we've got the proper lining under there. It should be a lot quieter. Cooler too, keeps the heat down. The mission now is to sort out all this wiring. So I've pretty much stripped back what I'm gonna keep. Some of this loom runs basically from those fuse panels. One's for ignition and one's for main battery, and then runs it through to all the ECU and everything. A couple of relays and pumps to run out the back to basically run all the fans, lift pump and everything. And UHF, couple of chargers in here, feed for the iPad. And yeah, so that's the next thing, sort out all the wiring. How's that fun?
That was awesome, nailed it.
Alrighty.
Right.
Yeah, you look like you're going to sleep.
Time to put a little
Yeah, there's been some bloody long days on this build, I tell you what. I've been doing a good 10, 12 hour days.
Tomorrow.
Alrighty, so the next day the boys finished this off late at night. I bloody blinked and it was done, so all the underlays sorted. We've got the vinyl back in. I spent a bit of time sorting out all the wiring, so I managed to loom it up as best I could, but honestly, it's bloody spaghetti wires. I can't get it much better than that because that's where everything kind of plugs in. They're all in different spots, but it's simplified. I got the BCM mounted there, so the body control module talks to the TCM and ECU about shift points, tow haul mode, all that kind of stuff. My pipes finally arrived back from powder coating, so I threw them in. We're getting a bit of a glimpse at what the engine bay will look like. I know what you're thinking, why did you paint them that color? I don't know, the haters chose that color, it wasn't me. So we went with the red. I did a bit of sorting out this intake pipe, which was actually a mission because it was like, shut! We've got a distraction over there. We had to go from like 3.25 inch up to 3.5 inch to 4 inch. There's a lot of transitions happening there. And over this side of the shed, Ali's in today. TJ's filming a video about changing suspension, but she's doing it all on her own, so it's gonna be pretty funny to watch. So if you wanna check that out, It'll be on TJ's channel, but that was filmed a while ago, so you might have forgotten. You might have already seen it actually. The plan is now, I've actually got to pull this piping off because that needs to come off to get the injectors in anyway. Radiator shower's got to get done. I've got a list of just crap. I don't know where it is. There's that much to do. There's actually 2 lists now. I ran out of cardboard. But have a quick look. Bang, 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 bang. I'm waiting on parts, waiting on dry shafts, waiting on aircon, waiting on shifter cable, waiting on my shifter. But other than that, we're good.
Wait, can you say like an old person? You just talk like
Is that what I say?
No, you never do. You're like a computer.
Oh, I don't say
You're very impressive.
My brother.
I will admit.
Hello? All right, I gotta go, guys. I gotta talk to my brother. Okay, yeah. I thought I'd film because we've been infiltrated by so many people. I've never had such a party in here.
Oh yeah, I just noticed the shit over there is for rent.
It is. That's the one I'm trying to get.
Oh.
So I get booted out of here in March.
I'm gonna get it so we can be neighbours.
Do it.
That'd be sick. How good would that be?
Yeah.
I'd get no work done ever. No. I'm excited.
Have you got a bigger version?
Hello, Ali.
Sale.
Yeah, that one there. It's got a massive one. Oh, by the way, that's Blake. Blake's drift car's out there, kind of. Can you drift that thing? You'll drift it. So these are all the drift boys, basically. American, the big old DURAMAX. She squeezes in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well guys, of course we've been waiting for these bloody injectors to arrive and I think they have just rocked up on my door. So we're gonna get into that very soon in this episode, but between the last episode when that finished and this one, I buttoned off a lot of different things. You can sort of see the hours that go into this thing off camera as well. So I sorted out a bunch of the wiring behind the dash. I had to bead-roll the pipes, the coolant pipes to get them prepped to go on the car. Intake piping was done, welded that up and put a bung in to put the MAF sensor in. The radiator hose was put on the bottom there. I was waiting for a seal for that. Sorted out the airbox lid that had to get shortened to fit into the car there and the shortened lid to suit. Changes to the tray as well so we can make that fit. It was having some clearance issues with the new exhaust and I did 20 push-ups as well. So a lot's been done and now it is time to move on. So before we get cracking on with that, there's one thing that I do need to sort out before these injectors go in. And that is another item that arrived yesterday actually, which is basically gold in the patrol world, and it is a TB48 automatic shifter. Now, why are these rare as rock and horse? That's a saying that's settled up, but what is it? I guess a horse doesn't eat rocks. Anyway, this is basically a Series 4 shifter. Very rare because to start with the 4.8 patrols, there weren't a whole lot of them made, and then to find one that's in a wreck that doesn't have a damaged one, and then to find one that's actually available because so many people use them for automatic applications. That is because it's the only one that has the tap shift. So any conversion, LS, Barra, or DURAMAX, Cummins that uses an auto, these are the shifters to go for. So you can have that tap shift function to actually use the gears in the box there. So the mission today is to basically, it's a bit dodgy. Oh God, did I get a bad one? Oh man, I'm just gonna give it some love. Anyway, we'll sort that out. And what I got to do today is make that fit in the car. All right, the automatic shifter, these things, if you've done this before, you can relate. They're a pain in the butt to do no matter what they are. Even back in the day when I had old muscle cars doing the B&M shifters, even the ratchet stuff, no good. Getting them to line up properly is super, super hard. So I spent heaps of time backwards and forwards, putting different dots and marks, and basically you move the gearbox to match what the shifter's doing, and then it just magically worked one out. It was bloody amazing. So now I've got it. I had to do a bit of cutting and grinding in the shifter, but that's okay. We can deal with that. And now it goes from park, reverse, neutral, baby. Oh baby, yes it is. That delivery from FedEx was my new injectors. Now, if you missed last episode, we had a catastrophic disaster when I figured out that 3 or 4 of the injectors weren't even firing, a couple of them were blocked, it was just all bad. So, had to get some new ones rushed over from the United States, and this is what we ended up with. I thought I'd take the opportunity, why not, to go some plus 30s. Put a bit of extra fuel in there. We've got the big turbo. Now we've got the fuel to go with it so we can really wind this thing up when I eventually build that gearbox up. So We got these now. It's a bit of a rush to get them in. Obviously we need to get it in, make sure the car runs good, but I've got to fly off to another shoot. So I'm gonna get Mitch to chuck these in there. He's a diesel mechanic. You see him helping me around the shop here and there. So he's coming around to whack them in for us while I go sort this stuff out, and then we can fire it up hopefully tomorrow morning, make sure it all runs good. So that is the plan. Hello, welcome to this week's Tech Tip. We're checking out some new products from MAXTRAX. Well, not kind of new, I'm a little bit late to the party because, wait, turn it down on set. We've got some boys over here making a bit of racket in the background, but that's okay. We're filming the next project, which you probably know what it is if you see my Instagram. Anyway, MAXTRAX is super well known for their recovery tracks. Obviously, the MAXTRAX, which gets you out of sand, mud, everything, they've been awesome. But they also do a whole bunch of other range of recovery gear as well. And this is their brand new recovery pack, bag, whatever you want to call it. So we'll quickly go through everything that's in here. On the side, well, actually we'll start at the back. That one there's an empty pocket. Fuse. So these are called fuse shackles. So basically they are the weak link. If you've got a recovery that's a little bit sketchy, you're gonna whack one of these in the middle of the recovery apparatus, and this will be what will snap first. So you know where the weak link is, you can make it a safety, put a blanket over it, etc. On the other side there, we've got the normal shackles as well. So the one thing you'll notice with this whole kit is it's all soft shackles. There's nothing steel, nothing heavy, nothing that'll kill you in this kit. So these are your normal ring shackles, soft shackles that'll go on the back of your car, connecting ropes together, etc. Now this is the new D-ring link shackle, they call it, specifically designed for these soft shackles. So there's no sharp edges, it's fully made out of cast aluminium, so it doesn't have the risk of cutting against something, which if you whack one of these into your reese hitch with a pin, you're probably running the risk of cutting it and causing a weak link in the system. So these are a really nice shackle, D-link, whatever you want to call it. In the back here, in the front, we've got the Snatch Block. Well, I don't know if they call it a Snatch Block, but it's basically the new version. Oh, here we go, winch ring. So these are basically, you put your soft shackle through the ring, that goes onto your tree, whatever you're winching off of. You can basically double line pull, put your winch rope through that, and it's like a frictionless system. Works really well, way easier to use than the old fashioned snatch blocks that are super heavy, make a whole lot of noise and are super dangerous. And then we get into the inside, pretty standard. Obviously, you got your normal snatch recovery stuff. So you've got your equalization strap that goes around a tree, etc. We've got 3 different sizes of kinetic ropes, which is basically like a snatch strap. We've got this has a number 2 on it, what's that? Kinetic rope 2, I assume that's 2 meters. This one's the 5 meter, and they've also got a 3 meter. So depending how scared you are at doing recoveries, you want to be far away from the car you're pulling out. No, I'm just kidding, these are obviously for different reasons. But they're all rated to 1200 kilos, so 12 ton. Super strong gear, super light, all of this as well, and it packed into this bag, absolutely mint. And this is a brand new thing they've brought out, is their new dampening blanket, which you can fill with sand, etc. So you can whack that over anything that you think could explode, i.e. those fuse shackles. So, awesome news. This bag, this whole kit, you can buy as a kit. I've actually got one to give away on this episode, so if you want to jump over to my Instagram, find the latest post which has a photo of this bag of the recovery gear. All you got to do, the instructions are on there, all you do is make sure you're following MAXTRAX on Instagram, following Build Not Bought on my page, and then just comment down below tagging 2 mates. Super easy. I'll be giving one away on the channel. Go do that. All right, let's get back to building this car and making soot. I think that's the episode this is for. All right, so we got Nathan back in the shop. Zach's here too. Now we're just having a look at the radiator shroud. That's the last build, a bit of fab work to do. Some equipment I don't have, benders, folders, all that. So the design here from Abrad is a good start. We can actually get the mounting points in that. But because we're running the clutch fan, it basically needs to have some sort of shroud to suck the air through. Unlike thermos, which I had over there, you basically just mount them to the shroud. Obviously here the fan's mounted to the motor. So while the radiator's able to come out because it's not hooked up, we'll do some measuring, get the thing bended and cut up. Sound good? Wicked. Sound good? Actually, he's got a mate. Who's the mate that hasn't got one?
Oh, Paul.
Paul, if you're watching this, you can thank me. Because I don't think they're going to do 2 of them. So you can have one too. So, which means you can run them without a shroud, eh? They don't get hot. They don't get too hot, but there's a big old gap there.
Not like the old TD42.
No, they do run cold, so. Alrighty guys, so the injectors are finally in. We've got them all installed. We had a snapped bolt in the head, but we won't talk about that one, shall we? So pretty much now what I need to do is hook everything else up. We'll get some coolant in it, get all the fluids in it, make sure everything's done up, put the fuses in it, finally put some oil in it. See this stuff? It's got the word diesel on it. Diesel life, I can't wait to smell some soot in the shed. It's gotta be a nice fresh change from that crappy petrol, carbon monoxide, poisoning 98 stuff. I need to have a bit of a mixture in my life, some other smells, you know. Let's hope, fingers crossed, toes crossed, everyone watching, cross your arms, cross your legs, cross your heart, everything. Let's hope this thing just fires up. First time, please. Fire in the hole! Woo! Yes! Oh my God. That easy! Jeez, listen to it, listen to it. Oh my God, yes. No catastrophic failures. It's running! Oh my, listen to this thing, it sounds amazing. What a beast. Dude, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I can smell that diesel. Does it turn off? Let's go for a drive. Holy shit, it moves. It moves. Jump in. Mitch is on the floor because there's no seat. Do we have gears? No. Definitely stuck in limp mode. Oh! We'll have to figure it out. It's moving though. All the smells. I'll have to get someone who knows what they're doing and hook some computers up to it. Yeah, it's not making any boost either. You know what? I might have a blocked map sensor. Oh well, that is a success. I don't know, I might finish the episode here, who knows? Might have to get some guys to look at it. Just play around, work out what's going on, but it moves, it runs. Nothing dramatic happened. So if this is the end episode, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one when it's completely finished, sorted. Otherwise, we'll let you know what's wrong with it. Peace. Hello guys and welcome to Built Not Bought HQ. Make sure to click on the far left to subscribe to the channel. Click down below to see the latest episode if you missed it. And don't forget our merchandise on our website. See you in the next episode.